Hi there, welcome to the channel. So today I've taped up this watercolour, cold press watercolour paper with this very thin masking tape, and I'm going to use some Kuretake paints today. I've got cadmium, orange and a cherry blossom. And I've got a medium sized paintbrush and I'm just rolling the brush down the page, not worrying about the tape, just going over that tape, holding it very loosely within my fingers so it just sort of is a little bit free. I've decided to leave some gaps so you can actually see the white paper underneath. I just thought that would look really fun. So just rolling it, just grabbing some of that paint in the middle there, thought it was a bit too much, and then adding the orange and doing the same process. So once you are happy with that and you've put down enough paint, then I've got these little mini inks and I thought they look quite good, so I grabbed a little brush and a stencil and I'm just going to put that over the top of this paint. So grabbing some colour, I'm going to use a sort of scrumbling effect, so I'm just going to push that ink through the stencil and scrumble it down the page. So it's a very subtle mark that it's left when you peel away the stencil. You can just about see it there, and I'm moving on to the next section and doing the same process. I'm not doing it all over the section, I'm just choosing a little area and then putting the ink on there. I'm not really worrying where I'm putting it, I'm just placing that stencil down and just thinking, right, I'll just rub here. So there's no real thought pattern to it, so don't worry too much, just have a little bit of fun. So when that's completed, I've got these Nail Technician dibbers and I thought they'd be really good to use. I just love these tools, I think they're so pretty. And an old jar, and I've also got these lovely fluorescent paints in pink and orange. They're acrylic paints, so I've just put them in the jar, just getting the little dibber, and I'm just looking at the page, seeing where it looks a little bit bare and just adding those little dots here and there. Once you're happy with the way that looks, you may want to continue, you may want to cover your whole page with these dots, or you may, like me, want to move on and grab a white acrylic paint pen. So I'm just adding some little white circles here and there and a few little dots. You could have continued with the dibber and just got some white paint if you wanted to, or you can just do all of this in pens. Totally up to you. Just use what you have and be free with it. With the leftover acrylic paint, I wanted to make some more marks because I hate leaving paint and it's all going to be washed down the sink. So I just thought, well, let's utilise it. Let's get it on the page. So I'm just making some bigger dots with the paint. It's a little bit splodgy, but I quite like that. It gives it a bit of texture. When you look at it from the side, when you pick up the page, you can see like these little lumps of paint. So that looks really nice. Again, just looking at the page, seeing what is needed where, and just putting it down. So when you're all splodged out and you've had a little bit of fun doing that, then you'll want to wait and let this dry. And then once it's dried, I've grabbed some paint pens in the pink and the orange, and I'm just going to circle round those raised little lumps that have been made by the acrylic paint. My original plan was that the pink was going to go around the orange and the orange was going to go around the pink, but then I got all confused and some of them have got orange borders around the orange and pink around the pink. But it doesn't really matter, does it? You know, it's just having fun, and I've sort of got lost in it. So as you can see, this is just so easy to do and it really, really is fun. So I hope you get to try. And if you like this, maybe you'll like and subscribe, or maybe you'll leave me a comment and I can come straight back to you and answer. So I'd love to hear from you, hear what you're up to, what your art journey is about, and whether you're going to try this and what colours you're going to use. So once I've finished doing that, I've grabbed some oil pastels. And I thought it'd be quite good to add some more marks onto here because I wasn't quite finished because I was having so much of a good time. So finding spaces to put these little white marks. But then when I stood back and had a look at it, I thought, well, you can't really see those. So I thought, let's grab some pink and orange and let's get some marks down with those. If you haven't got oil pastels, you could use something like crayons, or you could use just normal pastels, whatever you have. I just love oil pastels though. They're just so creamy and lovely to use. So when you're actually laying it down, it just feels so nice and smudgy. So continuing to try and find some spaces on this page where I can just add a little bit more detail. As you can see, it really is getting full. I think I'm really enjoying myself here. So, I can't really stop. So I'm just circling some of the white marks with the orange and some of the pink marks with the orange there. And then just adding some little pink marks here and there. And then going back to the white to circle some of the pink marks. So once you finish that, grab your paint marker again, and then you just want to outline your little shapes, your little square shapes that you've taped off. So you just put your marker to the tape and you sort of like press really lightly. You don't want to go over the tape and you don't want to ruckle the tape up so that the mark then goes under that tape. So just outlining each and every one of them. When you peel away the tape, it'll leave a lovely border, and you can either cut them up or you could leave them as they are. Totally up to you. They make nice little tags for presents, I think, if you cut them up. So I'm just continuing. It's a little bit difficult because some of that acrylic paint is raised, so I'm finding it a little bit hard on some areas to line that paper. So I've heated up the tape with a hairdryer and made that glue all nice, warm and sticky. So it's easy to peel off this tape and you're not going to rip your lovely picture. So many times I've done that and I haven't quite heated it up enough, and I've ended up ripping right through the pictures and I've had to glue it down with some glue. So leaving a nice clean border there, and you can really see the lovely colours. I'm just going to pull this up to the camera so you can see the markings on there a little bit closer, and you can see the raised areas and the lovely lush oil pastels, and I think I'm really pleased with that. I've really enjoyed it. So I hope you get to try this, because as I've said earlier, it's so easy to do, just a little bit of fun, and you'll really have a lovely time doing it. So thank you very much for watching, and I hope to see you again soon, and I hope you're having a brilliant day. Okay then, thanks for watching. Bye.